a band. You hear it?
It is necessary for the recording of sound to convert the sound waves to corresponding changes in light. The sound waves produced by my voice are transmitted through the air to the microphone, where these sound waves are converted to changes in an electric current. These variations in the electric current are then amplified and used to control the light. This varying beam of light falling on the photoelectric cell produces variations in the electric current, which are directly proportional to the variations in the light beam. The sound track. As the varying electrical current in the photoelectric cell is small, a vacuum tube amplifier is required to increase it to the point where it will operate a loudspeaker. Sound track.
Everyone, welcome back to the Occult Rejects. This episode, I am very happy and very excited to have this guest on. I know in the past, I think we have actually kind of covered some artists, and it was people's stuff that seemed, questionable, and you never know what's inside the artist's mind, and I have come across this artist. I was watching something on YouTube actually about different art, and they covered this artist. And it's just my opinion, and I mean, speaking to the guy, I don't think I was too far off. I did think that there may have been some, I saw occultism in his art, or I saw occult ideas, or just things that I know that made sense to me because of experiences that I have had in the past. So I thought, So it piqued my interest, and I ended up reaching out to the artist, and he actually replied back. And we had a decent conversation, and he was willing to come on, And I think, and the reason why I'm covering art too is because I say this time and time again. So much can be said in that stuff. Something that might be a 500-page book could just be one man's painting. It can be multi-layered and very deep for some people. And I just, and I've said before, and I think even Synthetic was saying it before, during the Renaissance, I do believe that occult science or occult ideas were put into art a lot, like a fuck ton, And I do think maybe there was some sort of consciousness, or maybe people were a little bit more with it then. And long story short, I'm having this man on because I do see some of my own experiences in his art. And I think it's nice to be able to hear the artist actually come out and explain what inspired them to make this stuff. Just because I see it that way doesn't mean he saw it that way. Also, I want to put that out there as well. I could be wrong. So without further ado, first I want to thank Synthetic Psyop for taking the co-host. Jumping.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, jumping in the passenger seat with me again. Very excited to have him with me. He's always a great co-host. He makes sure I fuck up less than I normally would by myself. And without further ado, the artist himself, Fernando Achucarro.
There you go.
Thank you very much. Thank you for coming on, my friend. Like I said before, and I want to mention this first. Blind Dweller, his YouTube channel, his art, and the guy covered his artwork. Go check that out. I'll put the link in the bottom with the show notes when this drops. But if you want to see more of his stuff, go check that out as well. That's how I came across him. And I guess real quick, if you want to, Fernando, maybe you can give like a little bit of a background, like we said before, where you're from, how you came here, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, well, this is my first time that I'm doing this.
That's awesome. Yeah, you told me that too. I was like, oh, that's great.
Yeah. No, I didn't know how you do the podcast and everything. So I'm really glad to learn this
Awesome.
Thank you so much for the opportunity to share my stuff, my
Hmm.
art. Well, I'm from Paraguay, South America. I'm I was I came here to the US. To tell you the truth, was I have a 6 months before my visa was expired,
Mm.
and that time I was really tired of being there. I want a change, and beside one a ex girlfriend was did something like I think she cheated on me. I thought, or just in my brain, I was thought she was cheating on me. So I said, okay, I'm gonna go. And my brother already wasn't here.
Mm.
So I came here, and before that, sorry, I jumped. I'm a self-taught. I never been to because we didn't have a art school in my country by that time, 16 years ago. And right now is getting better about that. But and then, well, I did shows in my country. I play music too, so I'm a musician. So I was always in that and in art involved in some other way.
You're always using your hands for something, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh no,
I couldn't help it. Sorry.
it's quite all right. That's just it was perfect timing.
Yeah, because well, I because I like I said, I grew up in the church, so my brother wasn't here in San Francisco to he was a preacher there in the Hispanic church there. So I went there to help him to play the drums there, just to change my environment, try something new, and then my life as an artist. I never stopped doing. I stopped one day for 6 months. I remember it was the worst the worst time of my life actually. Even with my ex-wife was I was bearable, but without it there's a I can function. I do every day. I work on my stuff. I have a I even in my life maybe I'm a mess, but in my art I'm really disciplined, and though I have respect for my art.
Well, I guess
But
in a way, I can see that you can control your art depending on your
Yeah.
skill. So I
yeah,
get that. I get what you're saying with that. That's
yeah,
something you do have
Yeah.
control over.
yep. And that exactly what I think. And well, I get married here,
Nice.
and I got divorced too.
Oh,
Oh.
Uh, but actually, I have my third wife isn't there.
Oh,
My
great.
third wife.
okay. Third
So
time's a
the,
charm.
my yeah. If you married, a lot of times you can be better. Each time you're gonna be better husband.
Practice, right? It's like
Yeah,
practice.
it's
The
like I'm
first two were
practicing
practice
right
for
now.
this one.
Yes, that was expensive practices. Yeah, I'm broke. I'm
So was
broke
my
right now.
first one. Believe me, I know.
Yeah, I have four girls,
Aw.
so
Okay.
I'm really fucked up. Man, four girls.
Yeah.
So I have my studio here in Kansas City.
Nice.
Um, well, do you want me to talk about the secret geometry that
Oh,
I came across,
yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah. I didn't want to
or
push you
I don't
into
wanna?
that right away, but I was going to
No,
ask you. I know you said it earlier, and I just find it interesting. And I mean, nothing too crazy, but you did mention earlier that like you did come from a very religious family as well, right?
oh yeah,
And the very involved in
I
the church.
yeah, it was oof, really really religious, like a Baptist, um, Calvinist.
Mm.
Um, but I think the part of my life I I know stuff. I'm not a religious person, but I know stuff. Maybe in a dream, maybe in some point I read about it. Some of my I forgot to send it to you, but I don't know if I send it to you. Is about sleep paralysis
Mm.
or some kind of you see you're terrified, but you see stuff that is you are in another world,
Yeah.
and that moment is really intense. um I have I have to three episodes of that in my 45 years old. So it was I think all those stuff when I was a teenager. um I was seeing stuff in my dreams, or but I know I don't pay my dreams. Is My dreams, I think, help me understand stuff that I need to learn
In
about
life.
the other side. All the
Yeah.
other side, but I think it's just inside me, and everybody, that it's not that you need to pass over to the other side. I
Right.
think everybody have a some part there are the people are scared of study or go there.
That
Mm.
I
Uh,
understand what you mean
Yeah.
by that. Yeah.
yeah.
So I mean, I guess from what you just said, I mean, do you think that? Yeah, I don't even know how to ask this question. Some of the ideas or the visions that you have, do you think it does come from, I guess, what you're calling the other side?
Well, well, I tell you an experience that I have. Just when the coronavirus started,
Mm.
for me was it's not it's fucking nothing this. And but I have, because I work in the city here in the city. I am a truck driver for the city, so and then I need to use the mask, and I was so pissed off because it was really the heat was amazingly. You work in the heat, and then you work with a mask, and I
Can't
was
breathe.
yeah, and I was complaining all the time, and then one night, um, I have a dream that I think yeah, it's a night was a nightmare. Um, my friends in my country got sick a lot. I lost three friends and two uncles for corona. It was
Oh,
amazingly intense. All that those that sorry, my English.
that's
It's all right.
okay.
It's all right.
um, it was really intense how I lived that experience. And one night I used to work in before the city. I used to work in a laundry
Mm.
place, dry cleaning. I hate it. The fucking a horrible job. No, I'd rather go to hell before. I will never do that again. And I remember my dream was I woke up in the laundry place,
Oh.
and was really hot, and it was a room, and I saw the boxes from the clothes. Clothes was hanging in the hangers. It was dark, and you know when you wake up with hangover,
Yeah.
really that you wanna throw up or something like that, and I was the environment, the room was really heavy. It was,
Mm.
Mm.
phew. And I hear a voice behind my left ear say that hey, there is a virus there. No, the virus is coming. There it is. It was like a whisper in my, and I look at the door. It was a it wasn't like the coronavirus with the fucking yeah. Was an old man. I will send it to you. If you want, I can send it to you. I have the drawing about that. Was an old man, really skinny, with a shirt with red tie, with no pants, and with a dick hanging out, like a
Hmm.
was like a pervert guy.
Oh, okay.
It was a it was weird. No pants, but really with a tie and shirt. Uh,
I was a politician.
oh, there, yeah, there you go. There you go. Problem solved. It was, and then I woke up and write like this, trying to understand that. Still, I don't understand what that means, but for me, was the something really bad was coming. So, and
Right.
my uncle died, my other uncle died, and then my friends die after that.
Oh,
So, in some way, everybody is connected for with something.
yeah.
I
I
don't want to
agree with
say it's
that.
God. I don't want to say it's demons. I don't want to say anything because if you do that, my opinion is that you go in the same way the church
Yeah.
does. Oh,
Yeah.
Satan! Oh, the is something there. We need to
Yeah.
figure out. We're here to figure out something. Figure out to understand what is inside you. I
Yeah.
call
Mm,
the other side. Yeah.
I
Totally.
agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Well, I guess we could go into the whole little story that you mentioned about the sacred geometry of the book. As a kid, what I guess what I was getting at is now being a child with your family being like into religion. I guess were you like open to religion, or were you, I guess, maybe were you more spiritual than religious?
Yeah, for me, religion is a danger word. Uh,
Yeah.
I been really sad in church because I was the drummer there. I played the drums there, and I have so many experience in the church, sad stories, and really sad, and it's frustrating for me was in that time because first one was how you say when they I got
Shunned?
shunned
Yes.
from twice because first one was because my girlfriend got pregnant. So I have,
Oh.
and then and I started to actually sorry actually when I was 9 years old, I went to a party my with my brother and all their girls, this classmate. The girls were so pretty. I remember, and they would start dancing, and then one girl asked me to dance, and oh shit, I'm gonna tell my dad this because I felt so much like a man. I was dancing with that girl. The girl was huge, and I was like, and then I was waiting for my dad to tell that, and then my dad, I tell him that I danced with that girl, and my dad said, no, 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 that's a sin. You're not supposed to dance.
Oh.
And then I asked, fuck this, man. I was I don't want to be in a place if I die that was gonna be boring. I don't know why you brought us to the world if it's gonna be like a selfish. I don't.
I know what you're getting at. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And then by then I started to ask why you people behave that way in the church. I don't um spiritual. Yes, I am for my work and my art. I think when I'm painting or drawing, I'm praying to
Mm.
somebody because if I don't believe in something, I'm gonna be starting to think, oh shit, I'm gonna be scared of dying. I'm
Ah.
I'm scared of the unknown.
We all are. We
Mm.
all are. Do you think that maybe some of the because the thing about church, I've always, and I'm not religious either, but it's like all the natural things that a person feels. The church tries to tell you not to do those. Anything that you truly feel inside, and I wonder if maybe you can kind of express some of those things, those carnal feelings inside of you on the canvas, or when you're playing a drum, you do percussion. That I mean, that's a very guttural sort of thing. For me, art is always about kind of expressing yourself,
Yeah,
your truest self.
yeah. For me, when I'm playing or drawing or painting, is the most perfect moment. I'm happy. I'm I'm so
Yeah.
happy when um, I'm really how you say, I said that the other day. I'm perfectly uh, I can't say, but
Maybe
I'm
at
so I'm
peace.
yeah I have peace in the storm,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I love that storm in my life,
Right.
but I like that peace too. It's like uh I can make an example. It's like speedball,
Ah,
heroin and
okay.
cocaine the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, the so it's a really state of my state of mind is so perfect in that time. It's like this, and I can grab everything that I need, that I saw that day or that I was feeling that day or a couple days ago, so I can spit it out in my and not feel scared.
Right.
What happened if I put this? People, what they gonna say if I put this? No, if you need to paint, you need to do it without repression, without anything.
Yeah.
But I don't feel that urge to. When I was starting like 12 years old, I of course I put something really really shocking, so that people can say, "Oh, that's a I can be noticed."
Yeah.
Um, Shock is good in the
Hmm.
beginning, and then you need to think more. You can be loud and quietly.
Right.
Oh, I
Yeah.
get that. Yeah.
Uh, I don't feel the need to draw landscape or flowers, because my life was from my memories when I was a little boy. It was really intense. I have so much uh, life made me really strong. Uh,
Hmm.
I'm proud of my mistakes because that made me stronger, and that made me see what art is for me.
Yeah.
Because art for me is uh, the only way an artist can fail is to quit working. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all. You are successful. I am a successful guy because I'm not gonna quit, even if I die today. Uh, but my dream is to have money to forget about money.
Yeah. Don't we
Yeah,
all?
I wanna wake up one morning and say, okay, everything's taken care of, so I'm gonna do my stuff. Nobody's gonna
Yeah.
break my balls. Nobody's gonna like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
So,
way I think. Yeah,
so you want to get into, I guess, like we'll talk about, I guess, like the book you said you came across when you were younger, and then after that, if you don't mind, we'll start going into some of your art. You just want to
yeah, no
explain that
problem.
story that you lightly touched on prior to recording.
Yep. No. Well, that was by accident. Like I said, I went to my friend's house, and his mom have some. She was religious, but I never figured out what she was. I thought was like she looked like a witch. He went to bring something from his room, and I was in the library. They have like a huge library, like a not huge, but have interesting books. And then I came across like a sacred geometry,
Mm.
la geometría sagrada in Spanish. Wow! And then because it was a Leonardo da Vinci painting in the front page. So so it's time to, oh man, this is really interesting, and I'm not gonna break the book. So I stole it. So so I, and then I keep that back. Don't worry.
You just borrowed it
Uh,
without
Yeah, it
asking,
was like a
right?
library. You
yeah,
took it
yeah,
out. You took it out. You ready? You put
yeah,
it back.
yeah. Because she was, if she was a witch, she would figure out without saying anything. So
Right.
then I went out. Oh, she's not a witch. So it was a book like this, not so big, and it's really small. And then I remember I was 11 or 12 years old. Um, and I always, in the beginning, I always drew. I always make drawings or whatever. Um, and then one day, well, I want to be a drummer.
Hmm.
So I start drawing drums, drum set from up, from, and everything. And then, yeah, and I want to be a pilot. So I start drawing airplanes, drums, airplane drums. And then I started to do like a little stories, because I love horror movies, the good ones, not the stupid one with the big uh, monster
Yeah.
that you see in the beginning, and oh man, no, that's not. I already saw the monster. It's not anymore.
The old
So
ones are the classics.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, and then one day I figure out that I didn't choose art. Art choose me.
Yeah.
Because I was doing, what am I doing? I wanna be this. I wanna be an artist. I wanna express myself. And then when I came across with that book was the certification. I don't know, the truth was in my hand, and then I
Wow.
started to study that, because is for in Renaissance they were using a lot that, because that's the way you offer that to God. They need to be perfect for you, for him, and for people, so that people can see your art and rest in peace in your art when they see that. So I started to feel in that way I can see God. I can find peace in
Hmm.
my art. Even if I do some strong image, I don't say scary because not scary, because everybody
Mm.
have that. Everybody have that.
Yeah.
The problem is just because they don't know how to do it, or they don't know how to
They're afraid to acknowledge it
balance.
sometimes.
Yeah, and it's danger that
Yeah.
I feel much better when I'm doing my stuff to take all that shit out, or all, even when I don't understand something, I drew it. I make a drawing about that. I understand better life. My life I understand when I'm doing my art, and through that sacred geometry, I learn how to uh, put art in some spiritual uh, um, state of mind. For me, it's not like I'm trying to go to the esoteric or whatever, or spiritual, and for the people who, for me, it's just something's perfect need to be perfect for you, because perfection, you're never gonna reach perfection.
Right.
Perfection is when you die and they put all your mistakes together, and there is perfection when you die.
Yeah.
You're just doing mistake, and then you erase the last mistake that you did for with another mistake, so you can. And then when you die, everybody put together that, and then, oh, that's perfect. I used to work with a sculptor in my country. I was like the apprentice. He was a guy, old guy who made like a sculpture in metal. So we will all the time. The um, and I was so scared when I started because when you're welding is the when you with
Yep,
the
welding.
yeah. First, he said I was reading, and he said that uh, can make you impotent. He said the light and everything. That's why they have metal in here.
Hmm.
When you put that thing, the apron have a metal in your part,
Oh wow, I didn't
so
know
you
that.
can. And then I didn't know that. So why we have this? No, because I can make you impotent. Oh fuck, fuck this kind of art. I fuck everything. So in my mind, and I was scared of that. And then I was scared of the sensation with the zzz, was really scary for me. And then he said, "Okay, Fernando, stop, stop, stop. Why are you scared of what? If you say you're gonna be impotent and then I can get electrocuted with this shit, um, no, I'm gonna tell you something. Gonna help you. The only thing in life can kill you is fear.
Yeah.
So stop. Being, you're not gonna be impotent. You're not and why you say that? It's just for the people who do the ships when they help like a straight line with those kind of that can be. But stop, man. Don't be stupid and keep working. So yeah, and in life the only thing can kill you is fear.
Definitely,
Fear,
I totally
fear
agree.
of the, and that's another thing that I learned. Um, just do it, man. Is a don't
Hmm.
don't don't wait until they put water in the pool. You just jump and jump.
Don't wait for the water, just
Water
jump in.
water's gonna come. Don't worry.
I love it. All right, so I guess if you don't mind, we'll get into your art now too. We'll pull it
Yeah.
up. I think these the first few might be the ones that you sent me, and then I think it might be mixed. So, but
Okay.
here we go. We have this one here.
It's really cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Oh,
try
thank
to.
you. That's it was a series about church,
Hmm.
about people in the church, about how many people are really just saying praise God, just by mouth. They don't feel, some people don't feel what they say, and then they um, is a guy. Actually, that was me, the guy who's in the is the cross in the nails is the one who put in Jesus Christ in the foot. But the whole thing is I was really confused about. I was really tired of being in the church, trying to, and because I didn't have a fear to say what I thought, what I feel,
Yeah.
and when I have and what I have in my mind, when the people say something stupid stuff, and they're like they are like arrogant when they, and
Mm,
because you're not like them, they are your shit.
Yeah.
um, and so I fight all the time with people in the church, because that's not right. And all the these pieces are is about confusion, sex, uh, suicidal thoughts, and pain. Um, and I use the religion to, because that's a religion. If you're gonna be a Christian, be Christian because you feel it, not because of the religion, or if
Yeah.
you're,
mm,
yeah, because they're, if they are fanatic, it's gonna be like a terrorist. They just, I'm gonna be in heaven with seven virgins, and then those kind of stuff. So
well, you know,
that's
I had said yesterday or today. I can't remember when I said it, but you know, Fernando, I had mentioned that, like, there's a big difference. I might have even said this with synthetic. I can't remember. There's a big difference, I think, with people where if you, all right, let's say you want to be like Jesus, are you being like him because you have had experiences in your life that made you think that is the right thing to do? Or are you being like him out of fear of if you don't act like him?
Yeah, that's the
That's
thing
two
because
totally different things.
yeah, the I grew up to hear no, don't behave that way because you're gonna be in hell.
Yes.
You saw a lot of hypocrisy in the church,
Oh
how
yeah,
people would act on Sunday compared to the rest of their life.
oh yeah, and I saw stuff. I have eyes, and I'm a really good observer, and I
Yeah.
saw stuff there. Oh shit, this
Well, you know
this.
what? I'll be honest. I mean, because you were young when you were in church. I mean, if you have a kid that is very inquisitive, they will see a lot and pay
Yeah.
Oh
attention to
yeah,
a lot that's going on that the grown-ups have no idea or even realize.
yeah, and and I saw families go uh, infidelity, their affairs in the church,
Oh wow.
and the people who are they think they say I'm this way, and then you found them in a party they don't supposed to be there. So
Yeah.
and those stuff, and some people say, "Oh, Fernando, don't tell anybody. I just came here with my daughter," and yeah, right, yeah.
Yeah.
So I saw I have eyes. I can see stuff. Um, so that's the whole idea of that. The I start that series. I was so confused in that in the beginning. It's like in the beginning of a series. I know it's gonna be a lot of drawings or paintings. They're gonna come after this when I start a series, and it's really painful time. It's like I feel that I walking in a eggshells
Mm.
because if I take the wrong path of my the way I work or whatever feeling that I need to put in a canvas or whatever, it's a danger place for me psychologically. Is I don't. It's really easy to make a false move, and if you go the wrong way, that can fuck you up really bad. Uh,
Sure.
at least for me, uh, is a I got frustrated and and then to go in the right path is really hard, but when it's where you're going is really good when it's like you're waiting for that orgasm with a beautiful girl,
Sure.
and then you go and there you go. That's,
Yeah. I love it. I love
yeah,
it.
that you see that's a pastor, people judging you, whatever. That
Yeah.
was the um, and the other guy is what the fuck? Where am I? But the girl there in the back, that's my ex-wife.
Ah.
And if you see, I think she's menstru is a have her period.
Oh,
I
I didn't
think.
even notice that. Wow. Okay. Look at that.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
between her legs you can see it.
Oh shit.
yeah, and that time I knew that I was going. Uh, Something was wrong with her, but
Mm.
either way, I was like a kamikaze. I know I'm gonna die. Oh, I'm gonna whatever, and I did that.
Mm.
And I knew that 10 years of my life I was with her, and a friend of mine that time he said to me, well, the guitarist in the group that I playing, man, oh, you with her, oh, okay, that's good, but be careful, man, be careful with her,
Mm.
and you, I'm in love, like, um,
I think we've all
and
experienced that where people told us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe you
Yeah.
should think
Yeah.
twice about this one, bud.
That yeah was really sad, man. Yeah.
He's
We've
no.
got
I just wanted. What was the reason? Was there any reason behind the checkered floor? Because like that always brings me back to like Freemasonic ideas or stuff like that.
Yeah. The first thing um is reminds me the first idea that I have is it reminds me the my beginnings, because
mm,
that's the way I can learn about perspective and everything, and the whole thing about geometry and everything. So I was
okay.
using a lot because I love those kind of floors. But second one, and the most important thing I think is I saw that in a dream,
Mm,
Oh,
and
okay.
really strange. It's really you see those. I have a dream, like a nightmare once. The I was in my studio. I fall asleep in my studio, and I was really vivid, really real. That somebody came, said, "Hey, Fernando, they're waiting for you. They're
mm,
waiting. They're somebody's knocking the door." It was my daughter was waking me up in my nightmare,
mm,
and then she, she said, she came for second time, and I was really waking up, and then they're waiting. They just knocked the door, okay, and then I look at her, and she was really tall, really tall. She was 2 years old at that time,
mm,
and that was 2000. The year that was the year 2000 or 1999, I think.
mm.
And
Um,
then,
go
sorry,
ahead. No, go ahead. Keep going.
no, and then I follow her, and it was my studio was open the door. It was a hallway, and then you go to the right. It was the dining room. Um, and the dining room, you go and look to the right, straight was my room. But was really long hallway, and I had that kind of floor,
Mm,
the squares. And then I looked to my right, and somebody was sitting down in my bed with a, I don't know why I dream about people who have tight.
mm,
It was a really long guy with a tie, and he's smiling at me, and the tie was really tight, so the neck was all like a twist, because I was really tight on his neck. Um, and then I wake up sitting down. That was weird because I was sleeping in my studio, but I woke sleepwalking, sit down in the living room, and I woke up sitting down. That was so
oh,
fun.
Oh
wow.
wow. So you started off
Hey,
sleeping in a bed and woke up in a couch.
yeah, that was
Wow.
oh, okay. I think it's time to go sleep. Good night. And
Huh.
oh shit, no, that was that, and that's why I started to do the after after 3 or 4 years that I dream about that. I started to use that floor, because
Oh, wow.
it's kind of satisfying to see in the in a board or a paper or a canvas,
Yeah.
because it's not here anymore.
Right.
It's like a scar, like somebody's
Yeah.
cutting himself, and then you see that scar healing and it's satisfied.
Right.
That's the way I see it. Yeah.
Wow.
Now I see you have it here too in this painting.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's not. Actually, yeah. We want to explain too how you actually did this art. What is this again? I'm calling it a painting, and I don't think it's technically.
No, it's a graphite and
Yeah.
chalk.
Okay.
Graphite and
Graphite.
chalk.
Yeah, and I use a lot. I use a lot my fingers,
Mm.
so it can be really smooth, uh, like so. That's a church too, but the windows are the windows that the apartment that I used to live when I came here when
Oh.
I was doing that, and that was the time that I was preparing myself to go to my country again because I need to fix my papers and everything,
Hmm.
and I was that I have in my studio right now that this series um, big drawings. How you say, yeah, big drawings. Um, I don't I don't remember really well, but those drawings travel a lot. They went from here, and I grab it and I put it together. Went to my country. From my country, I went to Buenos Aires in Argentina. I lived there for with my ex-wife for almost 2 years, and then I come back here. And those drawings were in a big boxes. They travel a
Oh.
lot. So that's like I said before, all this confusion
Mm.
and a moment of tense moments. When you need to make a decision, and the decision that you do is gonna be a really bad or really good.
Yeah.
So
You have to live
that's
with it.
yeah, yeah. And the guy who have no eyes is people who is uh, that was me actually. I have no eyes. I don't know where I'm going. I just
Wow.
jumping. But
And what
and
about
I
what's
use
the thing with the ear? I did want to ask you that.
oh that's remember I tell you that I hear the about the coronavirus somebody in my left ear.
Oh.
Yes.
I always hear in my left ear is here
Wow.
in my dream was all the time when somebody's doing the like a whisper or something is always in my left ear. Something is. I need to figure out what is that. But I
Mm.
I don't want to figure out actually too, because what happened if I figure out and then I don't want to draw that anymore. So
Right.
I
Right.
I
Might
really
ruin it
like
for
the
you.
confusion.
You like the confusion. I get that. That's
How
funny.
about the
Yeah,
nail in the tongue on
Oh
that one?
yeah. Let me go
Sorry.
back to
Sorry,
that.
am
Yeah.
I?
No. No. That's fine.
that's a symbolize some. I can say shit. I can.
Ah. You gotta
I'm
hold your
confused.
tongue.
Yeah, even I'm blind and then I can talk. It's like the worst feeling for me is like somebody's cover your mouth or bury you alive.
Right.
Those kind of stuff.
Wow.
And when I see that, it's been a long time that I don't see that. Is and you see in the back, and if you look in the to your left, that is a person there looking at you.
Oh yeah, I didn't catch that.
Yeah. So it's something is always
Watching.
watch.
That's great. I love it. That's
Yeah. Very
nice.
good.
Yeah. That well, that's a
Is this the guy you were talking about too?
yeah. That symbolizes people who are tight. Um, do you know? Do you ever watch a documentary about they call like the shadow people?
Yes.
Well, uh, I saw the shadow people. Everybody when you see when somebody's you say you feel that somebody's crossing your and then you look, nobody's in there.
Yeah.
No, that's the shadow people.
Hmm.
Uh, I feel that sometimes we cross each other. Everybody cross
Yeah.
path, and all those. That's how you say Pentecost. El día de Pentecostés. How you say that when the people were talking in
Speaking
tongues.
in tongues,
Yeah,
Pentecostals.
yeah, and then yeah,
Yeah. I know about
and
that.
but those people are not. They're just burning their heads
Yes.
with a flame. And for me, though. and I think another piece of that I sent it to you. It's all about because I was in a church and everybody was really really weird people. They're crazy. They were crazy more than me, in the bad way. I I'm uh, it's good to be crazy in the good way.
Yes,
Uh,
yeah, no, there's a difference. Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
yeah, can you
So I
imagine
always
that?
say if people are crazier than me, that's bad. Then you got to start
Man,
worrying because I'm like at that, that limit.
yeah, that kind of craziness is scary. Is because they believe it
Yeah.
and they believe it, and then if you're not doing what they say, is you're really messed up
Yeah.
for them. But they and I'm that's the people are really really scary people. Um,
Yeah.
I don't know if if you saw a movie I watched. I don't remember the name, but was like idol. They make an idol and was like a cult. And one guy went there by they tricked them and they went to a pile of like a sculpture like an idol with wood. And
The
they
Wicker
stand
Man.
there. You go.
Yeah, the Wicker Man.
There you go. And that part when the guy was singing and the people outside looking at him, it's like they're singing like a really with a smile. They're perfect for them, but the guy
Yeah.
was fucking burning alive.
Yeah.
Uh, that's the scary part of those kind of people. They're smiling like
Yeah.
"Eh," and, and you're looking really serious, but they're keep smiling. That fucking smile is horrible.
Yeah. Yeah, very much. I like
Yeah,
that one. What do we got with this one here? We've got a little boy who's
yeah.
being forced to smile. It looks like he's got a red cap, and behind him, holding the smile, is what's going on there? Is that a parent? Is that a shadow person?
No, well, that's about night terrors,
Night
and
terror. Okay.
I have a lot of that. Um, Always come with well, actually, this it was a picture of my uncle doing like this to me, and when I was a little boy, I have
Oh,
I was I can send it to you. I didn't think about it, but I had the picture of my uncle doing that, and I have a dream once they trying to make me smile
oh,
uh, when you don't have control of yourself
yeah,
in a nightmare, or and then you can see that in your life, and that's scary. The scary guy behind was that that can that can bad feelings or uh, it's like anxiety when you have
anxiety.
anxiety.
Sure.
Yeah, so you need to smile
Yeah.
then if you don't want it.
Yeah, you seem to be really good
Oh.
at capturing sort of tension and
Mm.
anxiety and suspense in perspective and shapes as well. But when I look at your art, I really see that anxiety captured, that tension that we all feel that we don't really talk about much. Yeah,
That was
Yeah,
part of the reasons why I picked some of the ones I did.
yeah, yeah, absolutely,
Like again, like you said
absolutely.
before, talking about just the horrors of reality of being alive.
Yeah,
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 yeah, yeah. Yeah, the same series that we were talking about, the graphite, the church. That was the end of the series. I
mm,
was I called the series. It was the name was aquello in Spanish, and in English is it like the movie.
oh, okay,
Yeah, it's that's a monster that eat you and take you to hell.
mm,
That um is called Leviathan. Is the like a fish, big
ah,
fish who eat condemned soul from they eat and they go to. hell through his
Wow.
mouth.
And you've got the behind the pillar. I can see, like, I believe maybe you said the first in the series or the second that you showed us, where it's got
Uh-huh.
the face again.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
that's very cool.
there you go. Yeah, that's the thing. Always that was, like I said, that was the end. But I put like that, and some of my drawing or painting, I put something that you need to find it, and if you look
Ah,
really,
okay.
it's like a sequel
Right,
to
right.
be continued. It's like I play with myself, and
Ah,
I
What
put symbols and everything.
what made
Sorry.
you do the pillars? Because I
Uh,
even find like the rooster on top is kind of interesting on a pillar.
yeah.
You know, like occult symbolism. To me, that stood out.
yeah, the I put that simple answer is because of the, like I said, the secret geometry and sacred geometry, and because I love Renaissance and everything, and I love big churches, not because the people, because the architecture.
Sure.
I love that, and it's nothing really spiritual that I pick because I put that, and I put that because I one day I will be able to capture the perfection of the Renaissance, or the
Oh,
I love that. I love that.
oh, so
And
it's kind of deep, but for you though,
Yeah.
right?
And you've got the flies, which I remember I think was in the first of the
Yes.
series in the church, where you said your ex-wife was in the back. There were
yeah,
flies in
Yeah, there was
front of
like
the
three
pulpit.
flies. Yep.
yeah,
To sort of see that I like how you do that. You kind of do like a callback to your previous
yeah,
in the series. I really
yeah.
like that.
And the little sign is a hair,
Yeah, I saw that.
because I and that time I didn't, and I don't like to draw or paint hair sometimes.
It's hard, yeah.
Is that
So yeah, like I'll just put a post-it
is
on his head.
yeah, there is a the hair, so I put the sign there. And one day they asked, one day in my country they want one more painting for the show. No, that's the series. I said, no, I want one for the what do you want me to do? And just do something. The gallery said, the lady, okay, I'll do something for you. And the next day I came, flat landscape with a sign like a somebody, and I put something in the.
I love it. I love
And she got really mad at me, and she rejected my.
it.
You want something?
Look at the
Yeah,
perspective on this, how you can tell it's a long hallway and then the window at the end, yet it casts
Yeah,
the roof with
yeah.
all the way along. I love that. That's
Oh,
really
thank
cool
you,
with the figure in the back.
yeah.
thank you. That was um. I remember really well what I. That was represent a guy, an old man from the church. That
Mm,
he won. He was really a dirty old man,
mm,
and always when some lady came to say hi brother, and he was hugging
mm.
and do this,
It was real
touching
touchy feely.
touching their boobs and everything, the boob toucher.
Hmm.
So, and that's why I put the fingers, the arm, the hands on top of his ass,
Yeah,
her ass. Sorry,
Yeah.
yeah. It's
and that was a dirty old man there.
is it the hypocrisy of the religious people and
Oh,
the religion that bothered you? That really stuck out to you?
yeah, but actually, with this series, that I sometimes I don't do more anymore. Actually, I don't do a lot of religious stuff. But when
Hmm.
I did this series, was I exercise everything, so I feel much
Sure.
better. Um, you see, the left hand is in the uh, in her ass,
Mm-hmm.
and that and in the pocket is a Bible.
Right. Right.
So
You can see the
he,
cross.
Yeah.
yeah, he to do that, he need to put the Bible in his pocket first to do that.
And
So
he's got
that's
sort of a demonic
Uh,
looking hand, like a
it,
demon hand.
yeah. So we need to leave the Bible so he can touch her ass.
See, like but who would ever have thought that that was like what you were thinking with the Bible in his pocket? That like guy had to put it in there first in order to touch her ass. Like
Yeah.
this is why I love like explaining this stuff because I never would have thought that deep or that much about that.
Right.
You know, I would have thought it
Yeah,
was like,
that,
oh, it's just supposed to be symbolism for something, and never like actually giving more of a deep meaning to the
yeah.
to this.
And there's and the and another random thing is in the my drawing is in the back over there is a little girl,
Yeah.
and that's my daughter, my first daughter. She's 24 right now.
Hmm.
And that time I have when I came here to the US, I had to leave her with my dad, so she was in my mind all the time. So I left her and then I came back after almost 2 years to her. But those 2 years, because I need to go come here, do my papers, and trying to bring her with me.
Yeah.
So I did it. I was she
Good.
right now she's here living in half hour from my house,
Oh, that's
Great.
better.
and she got married with a marine, uh, and I can say to him, to my, I feel so old when I said my son-in-law.
Hmm.
He's a huge guy, man, and I cannot say, hey man, if you touch my daughter to make her suffer, I will make you suffer. It's not possible because he's gonna break me in half, man. So that's out of the table. That comment that every dad need to have with the
Right.
son-in-law, but
Right.
it's not possible for me.
You're like, damn, this dude's big.
Oh man,
So this one, I found this one very interesting. I guess probably because it had like a creep factor to it. Very like
yeah, it's
creepy, or well, not creepy, but I could see how it is to other people.
that's a actually it's a birthday party.
Mm.
It's a birthday party in my country. I don't know how you say piñata. It's like
Oh,
a
okay.
Yeah. Pinata hit with the
yeah,
stick.
yeah. That's the guy was doing, and by that time they were doing it with a balloon. They
Mm.
make candies and everything. They explode that, pop the balloon, and I took a picture of the kids there. But if you see, it's like a somebody. You can see the danger there. The big guy there,
Yeah.
no feeling, and the others looking up but scared under his arm and everything. It doesn't. It's like a danger for kids and everything. It's not something about pedophile, nothing. It's about um, kids who have problem in their families or something like that. I
Mhm.
remember I was reading about they go to a birthday party, but they know in the end they're gonna go home again. So
Yeah.
they're trying to enjoy themselves, but it's not. They're not gonna work. They're gonna go to have pain in their houses, and the
Yeah.
guy is represent that. The
Right.
yeah,
It's almost like the horror. Well, yeah, I get what you're saying for sure.
Yeah.
It's like it's a good
Yeah.
time now, but you still have to go back to
Right.
the horror that awaits. Maybe.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's a horrible feeling because I used to have that in my ex-wife house. My ex-wife when I was living with my ex-wife. Oh shit! I need to come back there. Oh fucking horrible.
Ugh.
And so
Yeah.
it's that feeling. It's not just the kids there. It's everybody's feeling when somebody you're having such a good time, and then you know that you need to go back and do that.
Going back to an unhappy situation after the
Yes,
event. Yeah, I get
Yeah,
yeah.
it. Now, is this one looks more like an oil painting to me? Is this oil on canvas?
that's ink ink
Oh,
on paper.
ink on paper. I'm sorry. Oh,
Yeah, no,
I'm
it's fine.
yeah.
That's and that's my wife now. When she was a little girl, she
Ah,
wasn't really happy when she was a little girl, so I did that like a portrait when she was a little girl, and the house there empty.
a black
It,
house. Yeah,
yeah, it's a kind of the same feeling of first that you saw before this one.
yeah,
Like the emptiness of the you're living, and you don't feel that you have something to wait for to
yeah.
I remember when I had to do something fun when I was a little boy. I was waiting for that day, waiting. Then that day passed, and then you're waiting for another thing. But
Yeah.
some people are waiting nothing. It's um,
Nothing to
those
look
kind of
forward
stuff.
to. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Too deep.
she have a balloon and everything, but it's nothing.
Right. This is really
Yeah, I
cool.
wanted to ask you real quick, just with this before you get into it. Did the because I did notice you have done some artwork with masks. I was wondering if that was influenced because of the coronavirus.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And that guy behind the guy is with the tie. That's the guy who I saw in my dreams.
Oh, and the laundromat.
Yeah, and then and the other one and the other one, they're always with tie. I don't know why.
Hmm.
It's the Men in
Maybe
Black.
yeah, maybe they represent my when I was working in a travel agency that I have to work tight and everything.
Ah,
That was painful. So maybe my nightmares are with tights.
I
Yeah,
would I would think a tie would mean something's restrictive. That's as a symbol in your dream, or something's holding you.
yeah,
Or
and I figure out that when I tell you the figure have the tight here, and the neck was really like a
tight.
squishing his neck. So that is I figure out that it is symbol of pain or frustration, something that you don't want to do but you need to do it. And that series started in the coronavirus when was and that series is called CDL, actually CDL, commercial driver's license.
Truck driver. Yeah.
Yeah, because at that time I had my test and everything. All the series, 80% of the drawing that I did, like a 200, and I'm still doing that. 2013, I think was
Wow.
drawing. No, 2000, 200, 200,
200.
and 13. The last time I count,
Wow.
uh, because I did 80% of the drawings in a truck because
Huh.
we have a lot of standby. They say,
Ah, okay.
okay, Fernando, you go to the plant and wait for us, and when we call you. And oh, standby is a beautiful word for me. So
Because you can do what you love.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Let me
so
doodle.
I have my studio in my truck. So
Nice.
and I plow snow. When it's winter, I have the truck with the plow and everything.
Nice.
So that's the time for the corona and everything happened too. It's bloody is into.
Yeah.
What's with the like the glowing eyes and stuff? What's up with? Was
It's
there anything to that?
something scared me. When I was a little boy, I watched a commercial about abortion,
Mm.
and I was really I was 8 years old. I remember I was really small man, and I watched the commercial about the unborn. was the commercial. They were promoting a book about that, and I remember the guy, somebody opened the door, and somebody was going to a crypt, lonely crypt in a dark room, and it was a baby, and the baby was poof, was
Oh.
with oh, that fucked me up, man, really bad. And still I will have goosebumps when I think about it. It was a horrible commercial about. It's nothing about abortion or nothing. That I remember the eyes of the baby. That whole thing,
Right.
that was beautiful, beautiful. Actually, how it scared me.
Wow, that's a great piece. Is that supposed
Yeah.
to represent you in front of the
Yeah,
man with the glowing eyes?
yeah.
Okay.
All the uncertainty, the confusion that time, the fear of the only thing miss from this pandemic was the zombies, man. I thought it was gonna be like a
Yeah.
zombie. It's not fun, man. I would look in the window and there's no,
Yeah,
Th-
right.
That's next year.
no,
I
No,
was
I'm
waiting to see
kidding.
Daryl.
no, shit.
See Daryl driving down the block with his fucking hog chasing zombies.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
wow, this one's great.
Yeah. So
that's a
now is the checkered
that's
floor for the same reason you said before?
yeah,
Catching
yeah,
it in your dreams.
yeah. That's and you see, it's like a, how you say, when you see in that kind of mirror, the is like this, the floor, like a,
Oh, like a concave floor.
there you go.
Yeah.
It's like, it's that way. It's like if you walk, it's like trying to do that effect that you walk in, you almost gonna fall anytime. It's
Right.
like you're drunk or something.
Right.
Um, and that's the welcoming choir. Is there they make give you the welcome. They're singing for you to
Ah.
come in, and actually the church behind is a two eyes and huge mouth
Yeah.
open, like a singing, and you go to the unknown of
Yeah.
the uh, because when you start a drawing or whatever, it's a blank canvas or blank. Um, that's really fucking scary sometimes. The blank canvas and blank paper or whatever, because you're going to the unknown. Maybe you're
Right.
gonna finish that drawing or painting with the same sensation they were you were in the beginning, and that's really a stressful uh, state of mind for me.
Sure.
Is man, um I can fail. I can fail, and those guys, though, the idea of the open mouth with two teeth there screaming, that represent my second daughter, my third daughter. I have four daughters. They were crying all night, man, all night,
No sleep, huh?
no sleep. So I put that because saw them in my when I go to pick them up. They have so much power on you with a with one mouth screaming, and I saw just a huge face with no eyes, with nothing, just a
Mouth.
with the mouth screaming, and that was actually that piece got stolen, man.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I give it to a friend. I, he bought that, but he give to his girlfriend, and they broke up. When he came back home, she took everything.
Took the
Oh,
painting.
So I lost the path of that
That sucks.
drawing.
you do a lot
Yeah,
of light bulb symbolism. Is
Yeah,
there?
I noticed that too.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah, you do a lot of. This isn't the first one where I've seen that you do the light bulb symbolism, where the light bulb's hanging down on a cord. Is that what does
Yeah.
that represent to you?
Oh, that's a really important question. Actually, is a um, uh, one time I was in my country, and my dad, I had my light bulb in my room was burned out, and then he got so mad because he asked me for 3 months. I have no lights in my room because I have no time to do that. Is a um, do you know Charles Bukowski, right?
Yes.
The
Uh,
writer.
Yes.
yes,
And
Bukowski.
that part, yeah, he I will paraphrase. I will say, in one of the his poems, that not the big things or the horrible things happen to a man make the man crazy. Is little things make you crazy. That like your shoelace is
Hmm.
untied, or maybe little events they break your balls.
Yeah, death by a
Uh,
thousand cuts.
yeah, and then you put another one, some glass falling down, or make a little mess that you can gonna make you lose time, waste time
Yeah,
instead of doing your stuff. That the that's the thing that make a man go into a madhouse.
yeah,
So that's my dad asked me 1,000 times that I need to change my. And I one time I said to him, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. No, I need to go do my stuff, and I can't do. I can't explain that.
hmm,
So that represent the impossibility of doing the normal stuff of the other people can do like this,
right.
or people who do the, oh, we need to do this, oh yeah, let's go. uh, for me, I never gonna do that.
Right.
Mm.
And and then somebody came, hey Fernando, let's go do the let's go walk. No, 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 no. It's not that I'm lazy. I can do it sometime, normal stuff, that everybody have that kind of stuff. So the Bible represent the impossibility of doing the normal stuff, of the normal thing of life, the little things.
Mm.
Yeah, I get it. I get it
Yeah.
for sure.
That's wild. I never would have.
Let me know if I don't make any sense, because I
No,
have
No,
that
you're so
make
idea.
fine.
perfect sense.
The
You make
idea my
perfect sense.
It's just wild to
sometimes,
find out that something that's like those little things that you know is that means that much to you. You know.
Yeah,
yeah, sometimes little thing is really big thing.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, it's
yeah,
a, oh shit, it's like a, a little problem is for you is like a huge.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. This one's
Oh,
great.
Yeah, I had also noticed, like Synthetic was just mentioning, you do have a lot of light bulbs. I've also noticed a lot of the shush
The sign
too.
of
Yeah,
silence.
yeah, the
Yeah.
sign of silence in your stuff. Yeah, so that's
yeah,
why I
it's
picked a few of them.
that kind of represent uh, part of my life that I grew up with the no, no, no,
Mm,
no, hey, no,
yeah,
why you do that? No, 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 don't do that. Shut up or whatever.
yeah.
Um, but I that's me actually when I was a little boy. I have a picture of myself.
Mm,
My mom had, so I grabbed that and I put some symbology of what's gonna happen for me. I wish I can be that little boy and I
mm,
do better. Um, I wish I have the vision of he's having right now, and that peace. Um, I wish I can not make them same mistakes of. But actually, I'm thankful for my mistake. Like I said before, I make you stronger.
yeah,
Um, if you start over again, you're gonna do the same shit again. So
yeah.
it's,
Is
it's like a non-stop.
Is this guy over here the same guy again with the tie? Or is
Yep.
this a different person?
Yeah.
Yeah. Scream.
Oh yeah, it is a tie. I thought that was the body, but yeah,
It
now I
looked like
see
at
it. It's a
first.
tie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
really a cool piece.
Oh,
Who's
thank you.
who's that at the bottom? I love how you do the perspective of rooms. It's
Yeah,
really
that's a
I've never seen anything like that.
thank you. That's a represent my ex-wife. That was
Ah,
because in that time there was doing that series. Still, I'm fighting with her about to see my daughters again and court and everything. Oh shit, I fucking hate that place.
yeah.
One time, Alfred Hitchcock,
Yep.
have a they make an interview to him, and they ask him, "Why you scared of? What's your worst fear? What 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 are you afraid of?" I'm afraid of the police. So the to to get in trouble with the police because that's the law, and you cannot fight with that. Is
Yeah.
the police take you somewhere, and I'm fucking scared of that kind of problems in the legal stuff. Oh,
Yeah.
there's the and
Oh,
I'm that and actually that's I'm scared of that too.
you scared.
Yeah. Because you're not in control. The
Yeah.
police officer or the
Yeah,
judge or the
No, yeah, no, I
prosecutor, they're the
understand
one.
that. Yeah.
But it's a natural to have a fear of that because yeah, you're not in control. It's a business.
Somebody
yeah.
else, yeah, somebody else is taking your freedom into their hands.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then you say something, and then you say something. They're gonna say to you, "They stop resisting.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
stop resisting." And
Exactly.
then they what?
Yeah.
The- So
Exactly.
Real
Yeah.
quick, I
That's
yeah,
a
wanted to ask if you don't mind the ball, like the glowing ball. Is that kind of like you mentioned before, like the kid knows, like almost like I felt like you were saying that the child knew what was coming and was learning from its mistakes.
yeah.
Is this
That's
kind
a
of like what it's like seeing that through, or is that the
he's trying. He's not looking. It's too bright for him, but is like I said before. I wish I can see the future in that time, so I can not do that or the other thing or avoid all the danger that I'm. But and the same time, I'm thankful for that because that made me who I am right now. I'm trying to that's a really I say allegorical
yeah.
piece.
Yeah.
Is trying to warn to how you say warning, keep the
A
warning to
warning.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it doesn't work anymore. It's too late.
It's too late. Yeah. I know
Yeah,
that feeling.
yeah.
and here we go. This one I saved the best for last.
That's my ex-wife.
Yeah, you know
Actually,
what? I felt so bad when I sent him. I was sending him pictures, and I sent him this one. I said, "This one reminds me of the Scarlet Whore," and I had no idea it was of his wife.
yeah,
And then
and I
he
have
told me that, and I felt so bad. I was like,
yeah.
"Damn."
No,
But
don't feel
the
bad.
funny thing is that he sent like 100 smiling faces, and he said that's about right.
Yeah,
And I was
yeah,
like, all right, this
that's
guy's cool.
no, that was a funny thing because I have I can send to you later. Sorry, I didn't
It's
think
all right.
about it. That that's a normal portrait of her. She
Mm,
that was a with eyes and everything was a pretty girl in the window, and that idea of her looking at me like this to the side is when I scare her. She was in
mm,
the window, and I scare her, and she looked at me, and then she was mad at me because I did that.
mm.
It was
Oh,
a
you know,
portrait of her.
that
Huh?
might have
Sorry.
was that mentioned in the Blind Dweller episode? I think they
Yeah,
may
yeah, yeah,
actually
yeah.
show the other one,
Okay.
and I remember. I think you said that the guy said that you told him it was you scaring your wife at the time, and that was like the picture you drew.
Yeah, yeah.
Anything, yeah. Okay.
And but the thing is that was a normal portrait, normal
Yeah, it looked
eyes,
totally different
mouth,
than this.
and
He
yeah,
does, and I do want to say this too, real quick. He also has a ton of art that looks nothing like this.
Hmm.
So like
Yeah, yeah, and
he does actually have some stuff where you'd probably be like, oh, that's the same artist. I never would have guessed. So
I wanna show more of the opportunity once. I'm gonna go to New York and I'm gonna show you guys.
Cool.
So one day,
You paint
um,
what you feel, right, Fernando?
yeah,
Okay.
yep. So the thing is, um, I couldn't see it anymore, and I don't want to broke or destroy the piece. So I trying to sell it. Nobody wants to buy it in the normal portrait.
Mm.
So I was so pissed off after court one day. Came here, fuck this shit, and then I
Mm.
grabbed it and I paint all over and I paint transform
Mm.
her face. Is you see is a robe going to her nose to her mouth, going out inside his eyeball, eye socket. One guy is killing himself with a
Noose.
yeah with a, and then another it's like a little boy skeleton boy there going to her throat. I have
Ah.
another one the same thing, but
yes,
somebody's
yes, there is another one very close to this that
yeah,
I have too.
is shedding in her mouth.
Mm.
It's really strong image. Like her mouth is like a bathroom. Like
Oh, okay.
Yes, yes, yes. I think there's actually a toilet and everything, right?
yeah,
Yes, yeah, yeah.
and that's came out like a to that was a spitted out something that fucking hate the situation. I don't hate people. I don't hate her. I hate the situation that she
Sure.
create. So
Right.
it's like a taking out, get it out, all everything from those feelings that I have
Yeah.
towards her.
That's something I wanted to ask you too. You know, on some of these, these paintings, like, is it like therapeutic for you? Like, when you after you're done with these paintings, like you were just saying, like, is there a little bit uh, less space that it's renting in your head because you put it on to the canvas?
And sometimes I have relief, but the only feeling that I have when I finish is complete complete uh it's a satisfaction, but not satisfaction. It's like the need to do another one because
Right.
I feel what I just did is perfect. What I in that time, but it's a mistake. Like I said in the beginning, I need to erase that mistake with doing another one, another one, another one, another one. Is a I'm a really I want to do more so I cannot think about that, the last one I did.
Right.
Because if I think about it, I'm gonna keep changing, and I'm gonna mess it up.
Hey,
Yeah,
I get
it's a relief. You can call it relief, but maybe a relief for 30 seconds. I don't know, just 30 seconds of peace of. But then I need to do it more, like a artistic diarrhea or something like that.
Oh,
I,
that's great. That's great.
You're driven to create, and I think your artwork is amazing. You know,
thank
I
you.
really love how you capture dimensions and perspective, and it's suspense on canvas, and I'm really blown away. It's
Oh, definitely.
unsettling realism and equally abstract, which I really admire. Really
Yeah.
like
Oh,
it.
thank you so much.
Un-
Thank you for the
unfortunately,
opportunity.
Unfortunately, I should have included, thinking about it now, I probably should have included some of the other art that you have done. It just looked nothing like this. But I do want to say one of my favorite by you is actually the one with the kids putting their hands on the door.
Oh, okay.
And that looks like total, like just a snapshot of like every other house in suburbia.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Of like the kids, like, maybe the parents leaving and they're going to miss whatever was going on. But like, it doesn't look anything like the rest of your stuff. And
yeah,
you have a lot of art that is like that I think is it's beautiful
yeah,
in a totally different way. And I think really encapsulates like moments
in like
That's
someone's
yeah.
life.
Yeah, that's my daughters. When I the last time I saw them, they were saying
Wow.
goodbye,
Mm.
and I remember that. And every single thing that I put there was a symbol of when you say goodbye, and then you thought you're gonna see them the next day, but it's not. It's like
Right.
it's something they go fade away in the dark of the door closing.
Yeah.
Something vanish. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I noticed a lot of your pieces. It's like it is surreal and abstract as it is. It's very familiar. Like I feel like I've been to that place before, and that's what I really really like about your work.
Yeah, thank you. But that's the idea, to be
Yeah.
not just the observer, it's just to be a protagonist.
Yes.
uh,
Yes.
I can think something, but that's just for me.
Right.
You can
Art's all
see
about
another.
connection.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Well, I thank you so much for coming on and spending the
Oh,
time to even explain your artwork. I was, tell you the truth, I was a little surprised you said yes. I was like, oh wow, all right.
no,
You
man.
and I do believe and I feel that you're actually completely honest about it all. So like I
Yeah.
appreciate that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, thank you.
There was even stuff. Honestly, I don't think you could have kept it to yourself. That was a little personal.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah,
appreciate that. I think that helps give more insight to actually what your art was about.
Yeah.
yeah, and I don't care if I need to say what means to me. One comment in that video, the Wheeler, the
Yes.
one, one comment said, "Oh, said, oh, I don't like that part when it's too much information about the." I don't know. Some girl said that she doesn't like the to know the personal thing. Uh, and what do you want me to tell you? Oh, I
Right.
was thinking when I was eating grass the other day and playing with my toys and uh, something. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Sure.
If you ask me, I would tell you. Uh, I was thinking this because this and this and this happened. This. Uh, I won't lie about my art. I can lie on other stuff. I can, but no, I'm not gonna lie myself, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys. If I will tell you the truth, even
Yeah.
if it's gonna be embarrassing, or maybe not, or painful or not. I will tell you what that means, because that's the purpose of art.
Yeah. It adds to your piece when you
Yeah.
tell
Yeah,
us what you were feeling, what you were thinking, and why you put the light bulb, why you put
Yeah. I
a
never.
little
yeah,
boy, why you put the mask on the or the tie. I think
yeah.
it just makes your piece that much deeper, personal.
Yeah, no, for
Well,
real, for
thank
real.
you.
I was actually really surprised. I was like, damn, there's some in-depth stuff in here that I never would have guessed.
Yeah.
So thank you. I really appreciate you coming on and spending the time. I will have your links. I will have your. I think you have Instagram. What social media do you have? You have Instagram and Facebook, correct?
On Facebook, yeah. I
And
can
then do
send
you have a
you.
website? You have a website as well.
I'm no
No.
website.
Oh, you
No,
use
because
Facebook for
it's
it,
too
kind of.
expensive for now.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know how to do it. It's a miracle that I can find you to play in here. I'm a more the with the do like the Indians with the.
Smoke signals.
Smokes
But
that
I
tin can
actually
and
am
a
getting
rope.
better.
Good.
Well, I'll add your Instagram and your Facebook. His Instagram has it's basically both those accounts is all your art. So
Yeah.
you can see all his stuff there, and I'll even include the Blind Dweller episode, so you can go back
Great.
and check more of his art. Like I said, the stuff I showed was more of the edgier, dark-looking stuff. He does have plenty of other art that looks nothing like that. So go check that stuff out so you can see all his amazing work. Fernando, thank you again. It was really cool that you
Really
answered
great.
me and came on. I hope more people get to know about your art now, and maybe somebody else will contact you in the future.
Thank you so much.
Of course,
And
of course.
sorry if you didn't understand where my beautiful English.
You did great. You
No,
did
you
great.
did fine. It was funny when you sent me the voice message. I was like, all right, at least I know he knows how to speak English.
And then when I hang up right now, I'm gonna We're gonna my brain's gonna be exploding.
It's oozing out of your ear now.
Yeah.
That was really awesome though, and I really appreciate it. Like I said, Synthetic, thank you so much for coming on and jumping on and doing this with me. Like I said, it's always a pleasure to have you in the passenger seat.
Thank you for having me. This was a great episode.
Yeah, I had a lot. It was a lot of fun, actually. Do you want to plug the Element Chat real quick?
Yeah, there's a community behind NY Patriot Show, Occult Rejects, Spiritual Gangsters, and plenty of other podcasts. It is the Element server. You can find it in the link tree for NY Patriot, Occult Rejects. It's a community, just fans of the podcast, other podcasters. Come hang out, come talk about what we talk about, come get to meet other fans, like-minded people, and that's the Element server.
Thank you. That is the end of another Occult Rejects. Thank you very much again, Synthetic and Fernando. I had a blast. And it was really, really insightful. And until the next one, everybody be well.